Hello everyone, Daniel Kerr here. There are three parts to every business. There is the traffic, there is the conversion, and then there is the delivery. Every business, it doesn't matter if it's a brick and mortar store or if it's an online business, all businesses have those three components. And to find out where your business might be struggling, you look at each one of these components and you analyze them, and then you can find out where your stops are. If your business is not working, if you do not have a successful business, it is one of these parts that is suffering. Now the first part is traffic, and that's pretty obvious. If you have a brick and mortar store, it's how many people are coming into the store. If it's online, then it's how many people are visiting your web page or how many people are looking at your listing or looking at your ad. And then you have the conversion. Basically, if you're a brick and mortar store, when you walk in the store, how is everything laid out? Huge bumblebee. I'm sitting outside. When somebody walks into your store, are they seeing all of the sales featured prominently? Do you have salespeople who are not overbearing or pushy, but who are very informative? Do you have everything displayed in a way that is appealing and appeasing that causes somebody to want to purchase from your shop? And online, obviously, if somebody gets to the website, is the copy perfect? Is it informative? Does it compel people to want to buy? Have you laid out a problem that you are trying to solve? And is it a big enough pain point that people want to have this problem solved? Now, delivery is the third part, and it is the most important part because it is basically, can you deliver on the promise that you're making? So delivery is the most important part of the three steps. It's the final step, and it decides whether your customer has a good experience or a bad experience. So are you solving their problems? Basically, if you have a superior product, then you really don't need a lot of traffic and a lot of conversion because superior products, they sell themselves. People will talk about good experiences that they've had. What's worse is if they have a bad experience, people are more apt to talk about bad experiences than good experiences. So if your final step, the delivery step, is not in place, then the chances are that your business is going to fail. Now, going backwards from delivery, the conversion is a process that you dial in over time, right? Especially on a website, your content that you're creating and your copy, it can just get better and better and better, and you can dial it in. Again, if you have a superior product, it doesn't matter. Eventually, you will get it right. And the average amount of times that a person needs to see an ad or to see your company or something that you're offering is from 5 to 7 times before they even recognize the brand. It doesn't matter if they see it in the copy isn't that great the first time or the second time. Eventually, if you are persistent, they will continue to see your brand pop up in their feed, etc., and they will click a link and check out what you have to offer. And there it is, the offer, the most important part. Now, if you don't have the offer in place, then you don't want to worry a lot about driving traffic. This business, this channel that you're watching now, at the time that I'm recording this, I have less than 15 followers or subscribers. I do realize that followers and subscribers are not as important in today's landscape as they once were. But I know how to build out a channel. I have other channels that have thousands of subs, and basically, I'm not going to try to push this channel until I have at least 20 or 25 pieces of content. Another thing is that you can go to 10kplatform.com and you can get my ultra valuable blueprint to your first $1,000 online. And that is a very, very valuable resource. But at this time, I don't have an offer attached to it at all. It's just a free resource, and that resource is always going to be available. However, until I have enough content online and until I have the offer dialed in, I'm not going to worry about driving traffic. We can take a couple of other case scenarios. Let's say you have this guy Bob, and Bob sells supplements, and maybe Bob's working with Vox Nutrition. I've worked with them in the past. You can check them out. They do white label supplements. They also do custom formulas. Oh, motorcycle. Bob's working with Vox, and he has some ingredient changes made so that his supplement is truly his own. But maybe Bob doesn't have a lot of resources or cash to purchase supplements above their minimum order quantity, right? Let's say that he purchases purchased 1,000 bottles from Vox, and then he drives a ton of traffic to his website, and his conversion is super good, and the next thing you know, he's getting 100 sales a day. Well, it's going to be a short amount of time, especially with supplements that have a 6-week lead time. It's going to be a short amount of time before he's dead in the water, unable to fulfill the promise, and therefore he's going to lose a lot of momentum. So what Bob wants to do is he needs to dial in his offer so that there are other options, so that every single person that comes to his site and gets converted has a good experience. Let's say we have someone named Susan and she makes handmade candles. Maybe her margins are super high, but it takes a long time to make the candles. She, again, can't drive a lot of traffic and cannot drive a lot of conversions because she can only produce so many candles at one time. She could use that to create scarcity and put people on a waiting list, and that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes that's a great thing. Now, if your product is an information product, you can package an information product with a drop-shipped product, and then you know that the fulfillment is always in place. If it's a digital product like a course or something, then those are easy to fulfill. They're always going to be available. So that will put your delivery and your promise in place. Your final offer will be impeccable. If the offer is good enough, people will buy. And then you can start dialing in conversions, and then you can start driving traffic. Those are the 3 things that you want to look at. First, you want to make sure that your delivery, your final product is perfect, that it's impeccable, that it's easy to fulfill. Then you want to worry about traffic. You want to drive as much traffic as you can to your offer, and then you want to worry about the conversion. You want to dial in your copy, you want to dial in your offer, you want to dial in your wording. Slowly but surely, making changes over time, you will come up with the perfect way to convert. That's all there is to it. You can go right now to 10kplatform.com and you can opt into my email list and you can get my blueprint to your first $1,000 online. It's an 8-page blueprint. There's a ton of information in there, and there's an adjunct video where, just like what you're hearing now, I basically go over all the steps little by little. It's about a 30-minute video. It will give you some insight about how to get your first $1,000 online. Anyway, it's a beautiful spring day out here in Albuquerque. Hit me up anytime. You can hit me up at daniel@10kplatform.com. Go ahead and email me and introduce yourself and tell me what you got going on, and I'll help you. Be blessed.